Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. This is our short Fin Tips series where we just teach you something new, maybe help you with something new. And today's going to be a bit of a rant because I saw an article that said if you don't give up Starbucks, you're going to be poor. And I thought, okay, well, how much Starbucks is this person drinking? I read the article. It was by a very, very well-known financial guru. Very popular, not Dave Ramsey. And so I thought, well, that's kind of ridiculous, right? Because, and here's where my point of view comes. If you go, well, who's this guy to be telling me whether something's right or wrong? I made 1,488 calls to customers and potential customers last year that scheduled calls right on our website. And you get to hear a lot of the same things. Well, one of them always resulted around budgeting, right? And a lot of times you'll hear husband and wife, they get together on the conference calls if they're both interested, and one of them will nicely say, I think they spend too much at Starbucks, or I think they spend too much on beer, or whatever it is, right? Something that the other side thinks is ridiculous. Well, this article that I saw happened to focus on Starbucks, and I don't get what the point of it here was. The concept was that you spend so much, and if you were to just save it, then of course you would have a lot more money in retirement. Well, of course, that's true. But if you're already saving for retirement and you're doing the right thing, who cares what you spend your money on? So one of the things that we'll focus on here is we try to help our customers get their budget straight, right? Now we use what we call Nest Egg, and if I'm very honest with you, all Nest Egg is the financial planning software that basically every financial planner uses. See, we're not financial planners, but we want our customers to be able to plan with their dough. We'll help them with it, of course. And so what we said is, hey, financial planning software, could we just buy it from you? Could we license it from you and then give it to every one of our customers to use? So all of our customers know they're using what a financial planner is just going to use for them anyways. It's not really that complicated. It's a pretty cool piece of software. But inside of it, most of our customers use the budgeting section. And like I said a minute ago, when I talk to people, they tend to say, oh my gosh, my husband spends too much on this, or my wife spends too much on this. In reality, the fact that you want to spend money on Starbucks, or for me, Chipotle, oh brother, I'll spend some money on Chipotle. That's not really hurting you, by the way. I'll give you an example in a second. Of course, we want to save money. But if you're putting money away for retirement, who cares? Go spend your excess money on something that you enjoy, whether it's beer, coffee, whatever. I don't care. If it hurts your health, I mean, that's a choice you make. Here's the thing. The big ticket items, those are your budget busters. Everybody always says, oh man, I got to get my grocery spending under control. They want to go down to every last dollar in their, Starbucks money or whatever it may be, or how much their kid spends and allowances and things. People go crazy with that, but in reality, that's not the budget buster unless you have some sort of secret gambling addiction that you're not telling us about. But that's it. You got cars, houses, the big ticket items. Did you know that most people, almost every single person, factors in what a house should cost them or in their budget? Wrong. There's a way to actually go in and say, okay, this is the percentage that I can spend on the house. Now, lenders help you with that a little bit. This is what I can spend on the house. I'm going to allow for some amount for maintenance and everything. And I actually show you how to do that. I have a budgeting class that's on our website. This is not like a sales pitch for that. Please don't think it that way. But we actually broke down to say, how much should you spend on a house if you're buying? Not only how much should you spend, but how much should you actually spend? What's that extra money that you have for repairs? The garbage disposal went out. You need a new roof. The cat pissed all over the carpet, and now you got to get new carpet twice a year or whatever. I don't know. So we figured that out so that you know, and you don't have to use my numbers or buy the class. This is not for that. But now you would know if you factored that in, how much should you spend and budget and put aside? Okay, that leaves Starbucks money, right? For a car, did you know that there is an exact amount that you should spend on a car that you can never be upside down on? I don't know why I started drawing on a board. I wasn't meant to draw on a board today. There's an exact amount that you should spend of your budget on a car and on specific cars so that A, you're never upside down. You'll always be able to sell it for exactly or just slightly better than what you paid for it. Your budget, there's exactly how much to spend on a car so that you actually never can have a car blow up your budget. So these are not like opinions of mine. In the budgeting class that we did, I went through and actually break it down line by line. This is available for every one of our customers, by the way. It's totally free. If you're a customer of Jazz Wealth, please don't buy this class. If for some reason you want to, I get it, this seems like a marketing pitch. Know that every dollar goes to support Drum Corps International. We don't keep any of it here, something that we firmly believe in. But this wouldn't be a very good video if I just left you hanging with that and tried to motivate you to go out there and budget your money and still spend money on Starbucks. So let's do an example. All right, if for some reason that you want to spend, say $25 a week, is that good enough to say you're going to spend on garbage, right? It sounds like a lot, right? I probably spend that at Starbucks, to be honest with you. But let's just say, okay, I won't go to Starbucks, or I won't go. See, I go to Wawa, not to get off topic, but I go to Wawa, it's $1. I get the coffee for $1. I mean, it's massive. I don't drink it all. It's always very good. I'm sure it's very fattening, but I enjoy it, right? So it's $1. Okay, if you took the $25 a week and you invested it, let's just say, right? You're 35 years old, your wife is bugging you, or husband or whatever is like, come on, man, just quit spending the money, the $25 a week, we're going to invest it. Look, we'll put it away. When we get to be 65, we'll make some money off of it. It'll be great. Or let's say you're spending $50 a week and you agree to cut back on the whole Starbucks thing. If you had a 7% return, this may shock you, by the way. If you had a 7% return on $25 a week from 35 to 65, do you know you'd have $123,000? It's a raw number. I get it. We're not factoring inflation. It's just a raw blank number. You can use any calculator to figure that out. But look, that's pretty good, right? So the moral of the story is, out of all the rambling, out of everything that I've done here, who cares, right? The article that tells you you're going to be broke if you don't quit going to Starbucks is ridiculous. If you're spending thousands of dollars at Starbucks, I get it, right? Then of course, that's true. The article, I think, was meant to motivate you to invest. It just did it in a way that seemed to make you feel bad about spending some money on Starbucks. Budget your money, focus on the big ticket items first. It may mean you have to make tough choices. See, why nobody talks about those big ticket items is because if I'm a radio host, you call in and say, we're struggling, right? The easy answer is to say, well, quit eating out, right? Just quit. Quit eating out, quit spending money on garbage, do all kinds of other stuff. It's hard to tell somebody to change their car. It's even harder to tell somebody to change their house because it's killing them. It may be necessary, but it's even harder to do that. So a lot of people stay away from that, when in reality, those are your budget killers and potentially the sneaky bankruptcy items that could kind of hit you there if things go a little bit rough. Well, anyways, that's all I have for you. Drink your Starbucks. I'll enjoy my Chipotle. If I helped you in some way, hit the subscribe button. We'll be back later with the closing beat, of course. We'll talk to you then.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.